Hey foodie friends! I was at Walmart the other day and I was looking for tater tots, and these were the 3 offerings that I saw. Oh, and I sound funny because I'm getting over a cold. Haven't been sick in 6 years, so here we go. But I got the Aritas, I got the Sonic. I didn't even know they sold Sonic food there. And I got the Walmart brand, the Great Value. So we're going to deep fry each of them. I could bake them in the oven, but they're definitely better deep fried. We'll cook them the way they are meant to be cooked, and let's see how they are. I'm going to start off with the Aritas, and I'm not going to use any seasoning, no ketchup or anything like that. I'm just going to cook them and taste them as is. Okay, so behind me is Arita, Sonic, and the Walmart brand. So while I'm waiting on the oil to heat up, let me know what tater tots you've made at home and what you've liked the best, or if you deep fried them, or if you did them in the oven, how they were for you. Also, I did a video a little while back, go take a look, on my Farberware deep fryer. This is the best little deep fryer I've ever had. So I did a review over a year ago, then I did an update a few months ago, and I really, really love it. Oh, another thing to consider is you might want to let any frozen foods kind of thaw some, because when you put it in the fryer, number one, it cools it down too quick, but also if you put frozen foods in, it might have little bits of like frost water on it. It'll make it pop a lot more. So I let these warm up just a little bit. They're still very, very cold, but they're not frozen. So my floor is especially squeaky right here. Hopefully the mic is cutting some of that out. Anyways, it's ready. Little green light's on. So let's go ahead and fry this first batch. And there's different instructions, different times, different maybe even temperatures for some of these to deep fry in. But in general, I fry mostly on 350. I think most people do. And I use avocado oil. It's a pure avocado oil, which I found it is way better for you than all of the seed oils. So those of you who are pretty up on inflammation and all that causes inflammation, I used to not care. I like buying cheap oil. I loved corn oil and I love peanut oil and all that stuff. Canola oil was my go-to. But I learned a lot about it and I've gotten away from it. Yes, when I go eat out, I'm going to have those kind of oils in my food. But when I'm at home, I make everything with the pure avocado oil. Let's give it a quick check, see how it looks. Yeah, it definitely has a little more to go. You just kind of have to really eyeball it, because they kind of, at least this particular brand, or Arita, almost looks like it's cooked before you even put it in. It's got that golden brown look. So I try to just look for it to puff up a little bit and just have a more crispy look to it. And when I fry anything, I put down some tin foil to catch the oil, and sometimes I'll put paper towel on top of that. And then definitely you want to have some kind of a straining thing to put it on, just like something that the oil can go through. Because I used to put it straight on paper towel, and I found that's a no-no, because it just lays straight on the paper towel, and it can't really drain, and it just sort of pools right there. So just let it drip a little bit, then transfer it over to the pan that you're going to use to serve with. Alright, that looks pretty done to me. See that? Nice and sizzling. It's one thing I love about this. You put that back on, it starts popping, and you don't have to worry about getting hurt at all. Okay, so it's the right temperature because it's not like oozing or dripping oil. There's no oil dripping off of it. It looks good. The only oil down there is from when I set it down before I cooked it. Alright, so let's go dump it in the first bucket here. Let's get the second bucket started. Now I'm ready to do the Sonic Tots. Do you like tater tots? Don't be a tater hater. Everybody loves tater tots, right? Alright, so this doesn't have the fancy little rip tag like the other one did. So, we're just going to go for it like a wild animal. Get your aggression out. Because you've had a cold for 2 weeks. Sometimes you have to get your aggression out after that. Alright, here we go. I'm going to try to do about the same amount for each one. Spread them out so they're not stuck together. I have been guilty of putting too many in here and they came out in one big clump. They were still good though. putting a little Sonic back in its place there. The light is green. That's another thing, this reheats really quickly. Great fryer. Well, let's put this in and see how it goes. Let's take a quick peek. Yep, they got a ways to go. Sometimes I even give them like a little shake. I don't know if you can see, but they're covered. They're covered good. I don't pour them into the oil. I'm not that brave and I have everything splash out. The way this is designed, I can set it out, put everything in it, be it fish or shrimp or whatever, and then set it in there gently and put that lid on. People that are brave just go and dump stuff in with the basket in there. I'm not that brave. And the only drawback about this Farberware is it says this little see-through window, you can see through it. Even with a flashlight, you can't see anything. And you can wipe the bottom off with oil on the inside. It says that'll keep it clear. No, the steam just covers it up. But that's okay, you just pop it over there once in a while. And then you try not to get popped like that, see? That's why I love this lid. A little bit more golden brown. These were actually lighter in color, as you might have seen, than the Orvitas. Nice thing is too, you could just set it on the edge there, let it drain a little bit, and then you can take them out. So to me, they look pretty well golden brown. They're sizzling very nicely. Just gonna set them here for a second. Okay, so once again, these are not dripping any oil. It seems like the perfect temperature, the perfect cook. All right, let's plop it in its place. They even sound good the way they're hitting the pan. All right, last but not least, Great Value, aka Walmart brand. There's no cut mark, so I'm going to cut this one as well. And even the one that had the zipper mark, I don't think it has a reseal. It'd be nice, because a lot of times these have resealable across the top, but these do not, but that's okay. Don't want to put too many in, just like before. Just about this normal amount. Okay, so these are super light in color too. And let's, I like that because I'll be able to tell when it's truly golden brown, that's when it's done. Put you back in your place over here. Let's do it. So far this is the quietest one. It's not like it's being tortured and screaming and popping. It's just hanging out saying, I'll just be cooked and I'll be eaten. So be it. The life of a tater tot. As you can see, the tinfoil really helps keep the oil up off the countertop or wherever you might be cooking. It keeps everything clean, and then you just fold it all up and throw it away. But I do like to put normally paper towel under too, because it soaks up some of the oil, and then you can fold it up real easy. And just rolling away in there. Can you see that? No popping. The popping is probably the water condensation dripping back down into the oil. And that's why I'm so glad it has a lid on it. And this handle stays really cool too. When I first used it, I think I had a little bit too high and the handle got a little bit hot. And if it does, you just grab you like a paper towel or a little pot holder or something. I'll tell you what, it is smelling yummy in here. The other neat thing about avocado oil is it is not oily smelling. Even my husband, he's so picky about when I would make fish or shrimp or anything in the oil, it just had like this, almost like a dirty oil smell. I can't really describe it, but the avocado oil is so clean. Even when you cook something seafoody in it, it really cuts the smell. All right, they are definitely golden brown. Let's take them out, let them sit and drip. I'm gonna turn this off, turn it all the way down, and unplug it. Yep, they look good. I'm going to assume these will be the lesser quality, but it doesn't mean that they might not taste the best. No dripping, again, a perfect cook, no oil coming off of it. See how it's still popping at me, even though it's soft? Love that lid. Get that, I'm telling you, if you get a fryer, get a lid. All right, let's dump this in here. Let that cool down for a minute. Let this cool down over here. We'll get to taste testing next. Got the area all cleaned up, ready for taste testing. You see how I just rolled up all the oil right into the foil? Oil into the foil. I made a rhyme just in time. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Yeah, keeps it from getting everywhere. So let's give the Ore-Ritas a try. I've been waiting for this. I'm hungry. Nice and crispy on the outside. That look good? That is very, very good. Remember, I didn't salt it, I didn't put anything on it. And by the way, I usually love to put onion powder on tater tots. If you haven't tried it, try that. Or even a little garlic powder. It's very good. Very light and crispy on the outside, but nice and moist on the inside. It is a little on the salty side. So that's why it's good not to salt it. Just taste it first. You can always add, but you can't take away. Very good. Just a bit salty. Let's see what the sodium level is. Now, I don't know if all the servings will be the same, but this is for a 3-ounce serving. I'm just trying one, but a 3-ounce serving would be 450 milligrams of sodium. So let's compare that to the other ones. It's time to try the Sonic. Let's do a little tap test. Sounds like a perfect crispness on the outside. It's not as salty. It has almost like more of an oily flavor. Has nothing to do with that. I think it's what they put in it. Because remember, I'm cooking them all the same. Very, very good. Very light. More creamy in the middle than the Ore-Rita. So I like that this is less salty, but I kind of like the combination of the crispiness and inside of the Ore-Rita a little bit better. But this is really good. Okay, so the sodium in 3 ounces of the Sonic is 360, where the Ore-Rita for 3 ounces was 450. So that would explain why these are less salty. Definitely nice and crispy and crunchy. I'm going to so polish these off after this video. Alright, it's time to try the Walmart Great Value brand. They look a little, I don't know, they look different, but it is the cheaper brand. Let's see how they are. Tap test sounds good. It actually has like no salt flavor. And it has an onion flavor, so I'd be curious what's in it. And the Great Value has like a darker look on the inside too. Not that it matters, it's just darker. It's like almost like a, I don't know if a coloring has been added, I'll have to look. But it definitely has an onion flavor. Definitely not nearly as much flavor, but again, you can always add, you can't take away. So for this one, also 3 ounces, the sodium is just 310. So if you want low sodium, this is the way to go. If you want flavor, I'd say the Sonic is the best balance. It's not too salty, it's not too unsalty. But for the mouthfeel, I think the Ore-Rita is the best. But the Ore-Rita and the Sonic are very good. But the Great Value, not as good. It's good in a pinch. I didn't keep the prices on me, but I'm sure these are a little bit cheaper. But sometimes you get what you pay for. And I do love Walmart. I love Walmart brand everything. But I don't have a winner. There's no winner. It's all on what you like. But the Oradas are very good. Sonic is very good. I think for me, it's probably the Sonic. I like them both. You guys try them, see what you think. And you can do them in the oven too, like I said. But it's a big difference if you deep fry them. And if you deep fry them at the right temperature, you don't have to worry about them soaking up all the oil. It just gives it a great crispiness to it. And if you like these videos, it would be an honor to have you on board. Maybe hit that subscribe button. Bing! And thanks so much for watching.